Hey friends! For those who are new, yes, this is not a video about games. Sometimes it's about life and the progression of technology and our journey towards the inevitable rise of our synthetic friends. Do you hate loose programming languages? Do you like to obey and follow a strict rule set? Don't you hate it when things go wrong in production? Luckily, with the advancement of intelligence and technology, humanity has invented a tool to keep JavaScript in place. Now, everyone can deal with certain web development problems ahead of time. I'm talking about, of course, Typescript. A free and open source high-level programming language developed by the hands of a renowned mega corporation, taking JavaScript and upgrading it to objectify every living and non-living beings, providing you the tools and guidance for putting everything on a label, forcing you to create a template for every object imaginable. However, keep in mind that TypeScript is just JavaScript with types. Ultimately, if we coded logic on TypeScript, we still have to transpile it to its true savage nature. TypeScript can't help you once code is running. What does it check? How does it work? By changing the file extension, you can now configure JavaScript variables with immutable types. No longer worry if a certain aspect of life counts as a number, a string of characters, or a decision. How about more complicated stuff like the anatomy of an ant or defining the holy powers of the Lord? Well, you could use an interface or type for defining objects. Yeah, they may look the same, but it has several differences for something I'll ultimately use an interface with. Overall, you cannot easily change how something works once it's been designated. In a simple and more relatable term, that means a person, once appointed as a biological man, can no longer easily identify themselves as a biological woman without coercion, property manipulation, or transferring their consciousness into a new container. You can set and do this on variables, parameters, objects, and results. It's also entirely possible to combine multiple types. If a person born with the circumstances of having the genetic transfiguration of being both male and female, then we can simply integrate them to make a new type. You can also give types to functions too, streamlining a process with the precise elements while making sure that only acceptable returns are produced. Every input and output are restricted, but a consideration might be necessary based on the scalability of the function. Unit 4636, please designate this process with the type that generates human batteries. Thankfully, such a dystopian future is highly unlikely. Trust me, we have better ways to generate energy: coal, gas, water, air, sunlight, nuclear, biomass. We could all use this to provide our indefinite need for energy. But how can we harness it? Well, we create a template for a generator. One that accepts any energy source with the ability and method to produce energy. Generics, a way to handle multiple data types into a single parameter. Mostly used for handling collections of data or external events. Imagine having land given to you by Pops. What do you want to do with your newfound land, huh? Do you want to turn it into a gym, an animal shelter, or a shop? Then what kind of people are eligible to train here? What kind of animal will be staying? What goods are you willing to sell? Using generics, we can specify what kind of type we want without explicitly deferring to using any. Types in itself are immutable, but they can be modified and transformed. If a zebra loses all of his stripes, is he still considered a zebra? Partially. He may not look at it, but he's still an asshole. If a parrot loses its ability to imitate, are they still considered insane? Yes. Insanely adorable. With utility tools, modify existing types and specifically create new types with handpicked properties or straight removal of certain properties. Name a list of dogs with a particular set of skills against man-eating bears. Who would win in this battle of ages? I'm sure you'll find a way to use this, especially if your code's very, very strict. Not satisfied, you could do other things too, like enums. A type witnessed to be assaulting any casual developer, ignorant of its predatory nature. How about literal types, where the only acceptable criteria is just above the legal age and below the self-expiration date? Do you have variables with fixed formats? How about using template literals? You have a type that includes a whole family history? Create an interface that calls itself indefinitely. Typescript. You can even try it online. I just hope you don't get bamboozled on the way. Use it in front end, use it in back end. What more can I say? Prevent silly typing errors and be the reliable, superior coding buddy today. Improve quality and become a better developer. Typescript, 10 out of 10. Learn it, enjoy it.